Hey, Tim Frisch with the Frisch Perspective here. So I got a question for you. It's a cold day here in New England, and I'd like you to see if you can answer, what do New Englanders like to drink on a cold day? What do New Englanders like to drink on a cold day? That sounds like I'm going to tell a joke, but it's not a joke. I just want to see if you can get this trivia question correct. So if you said Dunkin' Donuts coffee, that's a really good answer. I actually have another kind of coffee that's very common up here, and it's Cumberland Farms. Any of you people out there Cumberland Farms fans? The reason this is popular coffee is because it's 99 cents any size, and that will make any New Englander happy. Nice, affordable coffee. Actually, it would make anybody in the world happy, right? Wherever you live, it's always great to get a cup of coffee for 99 cents, but especially when it's really cold out. The funny thing is, though, a lot of New Englanders actually, they drink iced coffee, no matter how cold it is. But, you know, I guess they're just used to the cold, so whatever. Now, I am in New England. I'm in Claremont, New Hampshire, but I don't look like it. I'm wearing, stuff that's really out of place, but I'm actually from New Jersey originally, so that's why I have Philly stuff. And my family also buys me Philly stuff, so thank you, family, for buying me this stuff. I do appreciate it. But it's also warm. And this morning, the temperature was like it was actually -5 degrees when I looked it up today in the morning. So sometimes it's better not to look it up. It's better to just not know, because when you actually see the temperature right there in front of you, it just makes you feel even colder because you realize it's ridiculously cold. But anyway, I'm wearing these clothes just to stay warm and comfortable, and because I am from New Jersey, and deep down I always have like the Phillies, so go Phillies. But actually it's football time of year, so of course who's in the Super Bowl once again? The Patriots. Go Patriots. That's of course who I have to root for this year. I won't tell you who I rooted for last year when Philly was in it. Anyway, I just wanted to give you a little update about the ministry that God's called me to here in New England, and just talk to you a little bit about what I'm going to be doing. The first thing is that I have a study that I'm going to be starting at a place called Life on Main. It's a missional congregation that was started out of Life Fellowship Church. But this congregation meets at an old church that's in Charlestown, New Hampshire. And so we're just going to take 7 weeks at that church. And on Sunday afternoons, we're going to be meeting there from March into April, leading up to Easter. And we're going to be looking at the life of Jesus. And so this is a study I call the story of Jesus. And everything that we're doing here in New England, everything that God has called me to, is really about pointing people to Jesus. And so I have that opportunity to do that study as an outreach. Another thing that I'm going to be doing is a Christian Theology series. And I'm going to be teaching at the church that I attend, Calvary Baptist Church. But I'm hoping to live stream it. And I'm hoping that if we can get everything set up the right way, that even people that are watching these videos right now might be able to tune in on Sunday evenings and watch the live stream of the series that I'm doing on Christian theology. And this series is not meant to be super academic or just theoretical. It's very much about what do we believe in our everyday lives, and what is it that Christianity means for us in the here and now where we live. And how do we answer some of those tough questions that we all have about life? And so we're going to delve deep and look at Christian theology in a way that I hope would be interesting and helpful to everybody. And we're going to live stream it, hopefully, so that if you're interested in watching it, you'll have the opportunity to do that. I'm also so excited because another ministry opportunity that God has opened up is for me to help lead a missions trip to Spain. And it's going to be a group of students from Claremont Christian Academy. And the idea for this trip was birthed out of the vision of a guy that I know named David Vasquez, a good friend of mine. And he married a girl from our area here in Claremont. and he is from Spain. And so he thought it would be great for students in the school to have the opportunity to go to that country and to have an experience of being in a cross-cultural setting. So we're going to be at a place called Springs of Life Conference Center, and we're going to be serving there as well as visiting different ministries in southern Spain. And so it's a great opportunity for these students to really see what God's doing in other parts of the world and to see what God is calling them to do in order to serve Him. And so I'm sharing all this with you just to let you know what's happening up here. It's so exciting. But I wanted to ask you to do two things for me. The first, of course, and most importantly, is could you just be praying? There are so many awesome things happening, and I'm hoping that in a coming video before long, I can have Jimmy Nielsen, who founded Remix, come and talk with me on one of my videos. So be watching for that. But if you could just be praying for the work here, praying that God will just continue to plant seeds and bring more people into the harvest, to labor. This is one of the least church states in the United States of America, and yet I can tell you God is doing some amazing things here. And where we see some of the darkest places, His light shines most brightly. And so just be praying that the church will be on mission, that the church will be the light that God has called it to be. But also, if you would consider also praying about giving financially to what we're doing up here. Like I said, I am involved in all kinds of things that are really all about mission, all about the gospel. But in order to do this, I really do need people like you to be behind what I'm doing in order to supply for my family. And God has given us a great family, my wife Julie and our 6 kids. But we do have needs. And so if we're going to be able to put ourselves fully into this mission ministry, we need financial support. So if you'd like to support what I'm doing with these videos, you can actually give through a website called Patreon, and you can become a patron donor to support what I'm doing on these videos. But if you want to just support my mission work in general and just be kind of behind what I'm doing, with your prayers as well as with your financial support, you can give through my sending organization. My overhead organization financially is called Mission Quest. And this is an organization that helps to receive funds and to provide those funds for different missionaries in the United States and throughout the world. And so if you would like to give to support my ministry, you can give through Mission Quest, and I will leave a link for the different things that I'm talking about, so that you can pray about giving, and if you're led by God, you can give to these ministries. I just want to thank you so much, though, for joining me on this journey as I make these videos and as I talk about doing work here that God has called me to. I'm just so grateful for the opportunities that God is giving, and for the work that He has allowed me to do. And thank you for being a part of it. If there's any way that I can interact better with you, or if you have any ideas for topics that you want me to explore or to talk about in future videos, please let me know. And thank you so much for watching A First Perspective.